Have you ever found yourself asking, "Does God love me?" In moments of doubt, loneliness, or confusion, this question can surface. It's a question that many of us have pondered at some point in our lives. We wonder if we're truly loved by a higher power, or if we are lost in a vast universe, struggling to find our place. But what if I told you that the answer to that question is simpler than we think? What if I told you that God's love is unconditional, ever-present, and limitless? God's love is not something that can be measured by human standards. It's not based on your accomplishments, your mistakes, or how well you fit into society's expectations. It is constant, unwavering, and eternal. In the grand design of the universe where galaxies spin and stars shine bright, God's love for you is a profound, undeniable truth. It's not a love that comes and goes. It's not something that can be earned or lost. It is a love that exists simply because you exist. Think about this for a moment. You don't have to prove yourself to be loved by God. Whether you are at your highest or lowest point, His love remains the same. You don't have to be perfect, you don't have to perform, you simply need to be. When we look at the world, it can sometimes feel overwhelming. Life throws challenges, pain, and obstacles in our way. At times it may feel like we are fighting these battles alone, but God's love doesn't disappear in the face of hardship. In fact, it shines the brightest in our struggles. You see, God's love is not about removing pain or difficulty. It's about being there with us through it all. It's a love that comforts us in sorrow and strengthens us in our weakness. It's a love that promises that no matter what we face, we are never truly alone. The love of God can be seen in the little things: a sunrise that brings new hope, the laughter of a child, the kindness of a stranger. It's the peace you feel when you take a deep breath and pause for a moment. It's the feeling of being surrounded by something much larger than yourself, and knowing that no matter what happens, you are held in a place of love and care. Now you may ask, if God loves me, why do I still experience pain? It's a valid question. Pain, suffering, and hardship are part of the human experience. But they don't mean that God has abandoned you. In fact, His love often shines brightest in our suffering. Through trials, we grow stronger. Through hardship, we discover resilience. And through pain, we learn the depth of God's compassion for us. When we face challenges, we sometimes feel distant from God. We question why certain things happen. But remember, God's love does not depend on our circumstances. It is a constant presence that sustains us through everything we endure. Let's reflect on the profound love God has for each and every one of us. In the Bible, it is written, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. This is a promise that God's love is purposeful. It is not random or without meaning. It's a love that has a plan for each of us, a plan to guide us towards something greater than we can imagine. God sees you as you are, with all your flaws, your strengths, your struggles, and your triumphs. And in His eyes, you are precious, you are cherished, you are loved, not because of what you do, but simply because you are. So the next time you find yourself wondering, does God love me? Take a deep breath. Trust that His love is not something you need to seek out or earn. It is already with you, in every breath, in every step you take. God's love is not just an abstract concept. It is a force that surrounds us, lifts us, and carries us. It is in the moments of joy and in the quiet times of solitude. It is in the challenges that shape us and the victories that remind us of our strength. God loves you, today, tomorrow, and forever.